What up, YouTube? You know who it is. If you don't, it's your boy Shake. And it's time to kick some of those actual factuals with you. NCAA 12. We're going to execute the play action. And this is actually the very first thing I do when I purchase a football game. Especially something like Madden, where linebackers and DBs have psychic abilities, telekinetic powers. They know how to read the play before you even read the play. And they can react to any pass on the field. And the best way to test that is to head on over into the practice mode and test out the play action. I do strongly recommend running plays and passing plays, but running plays are definitely going to be determined by how good your running back is, how good your offensive line is. Passing plays also dependent on how good your receivers are and how accurate your quarterback is. But the play action is a combination of all the players on the field, on the offense. And it's important for deception to be the main focus of that play. The whole goal of a play action is to deceive the defense. What you're doing in a play action is you're faking the run. And this cannot be done unless players actually sell the play. And I played wide receiver in high school, and that was a good example of what happens when you hold on to the ball for too long in a play action. When I played wide receiver, I learned very early that, in my opinion, the wide receivers are pretty much the most important in selling that play, because they're the ones that are out there to catch the pass. But when I was playing, I remember that we had to actually make it seem like we're going in for a block to sell the run. We have to sell the running play. And in video games, that doesn't translate very well. Especially in Madden football, you're not going to see the wide receivers pretend to block. And it's unfortunate that they can't seem to get that right. But, in my opinion, the play action play can still be predominantly used, in serious situations, as long as you're actually running the ball and the defense believes that you have an opportunity to get a first down with your halfback, but then you choose to gain more yardage by passing it. So one of the tips that I can give you guys is, definitely head over in the practice mode. My good friend Kamish Azor, he likes to say that the ball is the fastest and should be the fastest moving object on the field at all times. And this is very true when you're passing the ball. And unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, because we're talking about a video game, Madden football and NCAA, EA Sports football games in particular, you need to learn how the defenses react. And one of the first things you can do is go into practice and figure that out. And it's important to start getting your timing down, getting your reaction to the defense down. I don't waste a lot of time in the pocket. If I don't see the first two wide receivers or tight ends or whoever I have coming out the backfield, if I don't see them open right away and I see a sack about to take place, I tend to throw the ball away. But this series right here is an example of how well this play action play works against an all-out blitz. Notice my safeties. See, I can see that the safeties of the Florida State Seminoles are coming in. Oh, I'm sorry, the UCF. This is University of Central Florida. I can see that they're coming in, and I know that this is a blitz. And I'm kind of letting them sack me for the sake of the video. I want you guys to understand, running a play action is not a safe bet at all times. But if you figure it out, and you figure out what player is going to be open in an all-out blitz immediately, you can still get the play off depending on the type of play action you're running. One tip that I can tell you is don't run a play action play on 3rd and 10. I have no idea. I was playing a 3-on-3. I think I've played a few of them by now. And a couple of my buddies, wanted to run a play action on 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 9, especially when we're not even running the ball. it doesn't work. Most defenses are sending someone in for a blitz to add more pressure to the quarterback, keep you from having an opportunity of getting that first down. So if you run the play action on 3rd and 10 and you're successful, more power to you. I don't think it's a wise move in a video game as much, unless you're really sure of your opponent and you're already beating them, you know. But if it's in a desperate situation, I wouldn't do it. The main thing, another tip that I can give you guys, and this is something that comes from practice. You just have to go into the practice mode, but see if your defense is playing zone or man coverage. Right there, he should have caught that. You know, I'm probably going to hit him a couple of times here. And I'm hot routing receivers as well. As soon as I know that they're in a zone or a man coverage, I tend to hot route my receivers, and I'll probably do another tutorial on that down the road and kind of give some tips on how to hot route and beat the man coverage and the zone. But this is something that is very detrimental to my offense. I want to make sure I know how to beat the zone and beat man coverage, especially during the play action. But one of the tips I can give you guys is to put a man in motion. You know, you want to figure out your defense. You know, a lot of times when I play against skilled players online and I see them put a man in motion, I know that they're testing my defense. I know that they're checking to see if we're playing zone or man. And me personally, as soon as I see a man go in motion, I'll audible off. If they know that I'm in zone, I'll audible into man. And then I'll spy with a couple of players out in the field to kind of confuse them. If they put a man in motion and I'm in a zone, I'll do the same thing. I'll audible into man. So I hope some of these tips work for you guys. It's your boy Shake. I'll have more for you guys later.